Alright, I want to do a quick video on how to check your oil. It's a really simple concept, but a lot of folks just have never done it and don't know how to do it. So let's explain. First thing is you want to open the hood. On most vehicles, if you look at the dash panel and you look down here, I don't know if you can see it in this light, but there is an actual lever here. I'm going to pull it. It's hard to see in this light, but it's here. And when you pull it, you'll hear a little unlatching of the hood. You hear that? Here's the lever. You can see better light on it. You just pull it towards you. It's what it is in most cases. You're releasing the cable that's holding the hood down. So we've done that. So then we come over to the front of the vehicle, and you see the hood has risen up a little bit. And if you look underneath it there, I don't know if you can see it, but there is a latch. And what we're going to do is look for a release. And I can get my finger, my finger on it right here. And I can feel I can slide it to the left. So what I'm going to do is slide it to the left while you're lifting on the hood. It can be kind of hard to do, some a little bit tricky. Lift. There. Got it. Got the hood up. Once the hood is up, you've got to find a way to prop this hood up. So there's always a prop rod here. Here it is. Got to do is we got to remove it because it's held in place. It's kind of just locked. See this? It's kind of locked there. You free it. You pull it up and you find, it's over here, this spot where the prop rod goes in. Wow, that's a lot of work right there. We've got the hood up. Next thing is you want to find the dipstick. In almost all engines, here's my engine, there's a dipstick. Here it is, it's yellow, up near the front of the engine on this Toyota. And what we want to do is pull it out. Just like this. Alright, so you want to pull this all the way out, and when you get it out, you'll see that there are some marks down here. It's kind of hard to see, but what we want to do is we want to clean off the dipstick first. So you take, I have a tissue. It's got to be clean. Don't get any oil on you. You want to wipe down this dipstick. So we're going to take it, so you don't need to see those marks yet. Just wipe it down. Wipe it clean, make sure it's all clean. And when you do that, you're gonna see on your little tissue or whatever, some residue of oil. It's not quite white anymore in those areas. So now we're gonna put the dipstick back in, right back in the hole where you pulled it out. Make sure not to get any dirt on it. Push it all the way in this time. Sometimes you gotta give it a little bit of strength because it's flimsy. It doesn't want to go all the way in. Push it all the way down. Now this is the critical part. This is where we determine the oil level. I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to pick the camera up while I'm doing this. I'm going to pull it out, and when I pull it out, don't mess the end of it up. Start looking very carefully at the end of it, because this is going to be the oil level for you. And as you can see, I might be a little bit overfilled here, but where the residue of the oil is on the dipstick, that's the oil level. See these two dots? See there's two dots in there? One right here. It's going to get out of focus a little bit. And one right here, that's the upper limit. It's the lower limit, upper limit. They're generally 1 quart of oil in the difference between the upper and the lower limits. And as you can see, I'm a little bit over the upper limit, I think, on this one. I'm going to flip the other side to check. Oh, maybe not. If I look on the back side, I can see that we're only about halfway between the upper and lower limits. Now this is not an exact science, so you've got to be really careful in how you read it. I'm in between. I think I'm right in between the limits, which is good. I can always add a little bit of oil here, but I'm not going to right now. I'll just keep an eye on it, check the oil maybe once a week or so. And when you do check the oil, make sure that the engine is off, of course. Never do it with the engine on. And the other thing is, when you turn the engine off, if you've been running it for a while, you've got to let it sit for at least 5, maybe 10 minutes after you shut it off, so that the engine oil all drains back down to the oil pan, because if you don't let it do that, it looks like you have a low oil level when you really are just fine, and then you'll end up overfilling. So anyway, that's it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.